Hola, beautiful people. Whew. I just left the gym. um, I wasn't gonna go because I just got my hair done, and I think that's more important. I think that's more important to maintain that. But I just like okay, let me do something. Let me see what I can do. So this was the best that I could come up with, so that I could still, I'm trying to get to the gym 3 days a week. Doesn't always work out. Starting on a Monday is a good sign, okay? That's always a good sign. I'm planning on going tomorrow. That'll be 2, and we'll see. We'll go from there. I literally, there's that word again. I just wanted to jump on here and I wanted to say, first off, I just randomly saw my dad today. I just pulled up to the crib and my dad was leaving. So I got to see my dad. I'm sure him and my brother were discussing bass stuff. Got to see my dad, give my dad a big hug. So yeah, that's always, my day is made. You know how I've been talking a lot about faith and how, faith, without faith, it's impossible to please God, and how faith is just such a big deal. It's like huge. I say it's probably like number 2 on the list. Number 1 being love, which is literally like more important than anything. Loving everyone, loving people and treating them like you would want to be treated. Yeah, but back onto this faith. What I just wanted to share that when God shows you something, and I just kind of want to remind you that it's not enough to believe, right? The faith, having the faith is amazing. It's actually great. It's really, really dope. But it doesn't stop there. And I just want to remind you that there is a part and a role that you play, like, in the whole thing. And if you believe, you have to show signs that you believe. You actually have to do things. There will be things for you to do. And God will show you exactly what to do. So for me, remember how on the very first video, I stated that I was with child and I was in a relationship, right? Okay, clearly I did not have the child. I ended up having a miscarriage. I think I touched on that, but I did have a miscarriage, and me and that person, we actually broke up. And we actually broke up right after the miscarriage. So it was a lot. Like, I dealt with a lot. And unfortunately, because of just the way everything went down, I actually dealt with a lot alone. But God is faithful, God is good, and and it's no slight to him, and that's why, like, I always just try to be careful, and I'm always just really cautious of what I share on here. But what I'm telling you this to let you know that when God started revealing things to me, there were things that I had to do. Okay? Me and that person clearly when we broke up, we were living together. So when we broke up, I moved out, you know what I mean? And, but you know, when you've been together for some time and when you've gone through something like that, it would always be so emotional with he and I think it was just because that is a situation, you know what I mean? So, we had separated, well, I had separated myself, and, yeah, I was not there. And then, but you know, like how it is when you're, you know, when you first break up, you're not really broken up. It's a lot of back and forth, and it's a lot of, you know, the things you just, you know the feel. So it was just that. It was that. But I never really wanted to do that. You know what I mean? When I came out of that, I really just wanted to, I feel like I'm always in something. Like I'm always in something. You know, I feel like I had never really taken time out just for me. And that's honestly what I wanted to do. Right after that, like I needed that. But I didn't get to do that. Right? So God had me hit him, because we have been doing this, and we have been doing this back and forth thing for almost as long as we have been together. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're broken up though, so that's not good. You know what I mean? And honestly, it's just not fair to him. It's not fair to me, you know, because we're not together, you know. So God had me hit him one day, set everything up, set everything up for us to have a conversation. I wrote down my points because I didn't want to forget anything and just go there and be really emotional, you know. So I went there, you know, I hit my points, you know, and I just started off by, you know, first of all, I went there because I wanted to give him the same respect that I would want someone to give to me. So I'm not going to send him a text. I'm not going to just ghost him. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually going to go there to have a conversation. And, you know, I just started off by saying, like, how amazing I think he is. Like, he's an incredible man. You know, I wouldn't have been there. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't have even gotten that far if I didn't think he was amazing. Okay? So, you know, I didn't come there to bash him, you know. So I just, you know, let him know how amazing I think he is. You know what I mean? But also just reminding him that we have already come to the resolve that this doesn't work. So continuing anything any further or doing this whole, you know what I mean? It's just, it's not fair. And, you know, it's just not what I wanted to do. So we had a conversation, and he knew that when I left there, that was going to be it. That was going to be it, you know, but we were able to talk, you know, and I didn't, like I said, I did not want to bash him. You know what I mean? I poured into him. You know, I gave him things that will help him moving forward. That's what you do when you really care about somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything doesn't have to end on a bad note. You know what I'm saying? Everything don't have to be like, you know what I mean? You can actually just have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? But I just said all that to say, when you are moving in faith, when you believe, you will show signs and you will move accordingly. And it's not always easy, but you have to show God, hey, I believe you. I believe you. You can't expect God to do something and you're all like, you know, the space ain't clear. The space was clear, but you need to make sure there's no room for confusion, no room for, okay? No room for error. Okay? That's how we're moving forward.